Good evening, and welcome to what is going to be a fairly brief episode of The Breakdown tonight. I'm going to be reading tonight for a whole list of reasons. Since we began, one of the goals of The Breakdown has been to help people better understand politics so that they can have a better understanding of the issues facing our province, so that they can potentially do something about the issues that they care about, and maybe even take an active role in helping the province move in a better direction. Advocacy is important. I'm very proud of the role that The Breakdown has played in advocating for greater awareness of issues facing Albertans and holding people in positions of power and influence to account when they abuse that power and betray the trust of the people that they are supposed to represent. There are guardrails that are supposed to exist in our society for people with power and influence. And while there is no shortage of bad faith actors who are actively working to disassemble those guardrails, that doesn't mean that the guardrails are structures that the rest of us can or should ignore. If anything, it makes the choice to honor and follow those guardrails more important. This is all a very long-winded way of saying that rules are important. Following the rules that make up our society is important. Social contract is the idea that if you live in a society and enjoy the benefits of living in that society, you're obligated to follow the rules that are agreed upon by that society. It also means that if you disagree with the rules, you will have to follow the methods and mechanisms that have been created and agreed upon to change those rules. If you don't do this, you betray that society and end up in a bouncy castle or an inflatable hot tub in the middle of the nation's capital. Or you grow a neck beard. Hey, Davey. Speaking for myself now. Over the last couple of months, the breakdown coverage of certain issues has played a small part in elevating some of those issues to a much higher level of awareness in the overall provincial conversation. Just a few days ago, it was brought to my attention that there were allegedly people in the Premier's office who tried to exert pressure to have me fired from the job that I have held for almost a decade and a half as an advanced care paramedic in Calgary. I want to be very clear. That is not why I'm announcing what I'm announcing tonight. As many of our regular audience is aware, recently the show and I have been the subject of legal action against us. On Friday, developments occurred wherein I and the breakdown were instructed by court order to perform certain actions. In consultation with my legal team, there is no way for me to complete what the court has ordered and keep the breakdown social media operational in the time frame that I have been provided. For that reason, starting Tuesday evening, the breakdown social media will begin to be unpublished for what I hope will only be a short period of time. This includes the Twitter page, and yes, it's still Twitter to me, the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and our Blue Sky account, as well as all of our YouTube content. Additionally, there will be no new posts to any of our social media above and beyond this one. If I did not follow the demands of the court while they are in place, I would be no different than many of the people that I and the show criticize. And I don't want to grow a neck beard. Hey, Davey. I do not know how long this will be for or exactly when the breakdown will be allowed to return. But I do want everyone to know that this is by no means to be taken as any kind of an indication that I or the show are giving up. I intend to fight this action, and through my legal team have already started taking steps to do just that. I would be irresponsible if I didn't acknowledge that I am only able to fight this because of your support. I'm able to fight this not only because of the financial support that you have provided through our GoFundMe, which can be found at savethebreakdownab.ca, but because of the support that you have given the show. I want to be very clear. Any small influence that the breakdown has ever been able to have on the political conversation in this province has been entirely because of you. your voices, whether it's been through retweets or likes to push the algorithm, or most importantly, talking to your friends and family and writing your elected officials, is where the real power in this province lies. And it always has been. I won't ever forget that, and nobody should. I am very hopeful that this will be a short-lived hiatus. I'm hopeful that we will be back and running at full speed very soon. But on the off chance that this is it until the entirety of the legal process that the show and I are facing has run its course, I want again to just say this. Thank you. Thank you for all of the kind words, for all of your support, and for choosing to spend some of your precious time with the show. You've all given me far more than I could ever put into words. So until we're able to return, take care of each other and keep the conversation going.